What it is, what it do. Boss here. Going over the landscape and the canvassing, trying to get my yard and home. I would get back out, but I'm too damn tired. Trying to get my yard, my house, and everything like that situated before I gotta blow town here soon. Because it is official now that my time in the U.S. has come to a close. Time to get back to my Middle Eastern responsibilities of thickening up that gravy. Oh yes. The pot's got a little low domestically here, and it's time to get back to putting more funds in the jar, money's in the account, and replenish that at which I have spent recklessly and carelessly. But it's been a damn grand time. And I wasn't here, on some humbug bull crap. If you followed, listened, shared throughout the course of me coming back, then you know that already. So we ain't gonna get into that. And I'm not gonna sit and make it seem like it was all bad. When God makes things possible, there could be an array of things that can be settled as a result of what it is that He's made available and possible for you. Good, bad, and indifferent. You may not see the bad at first, or you may not see the good at first. But all in all, because God has been the one that has provided for you, it entails everything that you need, good, bad, and everything else in between. And you can just be thankful because you couldn't have planned it, you couldn't have arranged it any better. Any better. I won't, feel like the best thing in the world happened to me because I lost my nephew. Obviously not. Duh. But in the midst of that having happened, it seemed like everything and anything that could have been of any benefit came as a result. And that was kind of like, just knowing that God giveth and He taketh away. But He provided the most. He provides the most out of every situation for me. And He will will do you. So yeah, it might have started off something that you just you couldn't bear. It was so overwhelmingly sad and sorrowful and hurtful. But then it's like, okay, but now that you're here, and in the midst of all that, here's this, here's that, here's everything else. And it's like, you don't forget why you're there. You don't forget the sadness and the sorrow, but you just see that the blessings are still within that situation having happened. The blessings are still in the midst of something that happens that saddens you so. But I'm not going to break it down because I don't know it all. I just know it's God involved, and it makes it all better. It makes it all worthwhile. It matters to stay prayed up. It means something to stay in God's good graces because I'm telling you, it's the only thing that's going to make life worth living. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I lived the life. Can I talk to you for a second? I lived the life that primarily didn't involve other people. Another person didn't matter, man. Other people didn't matter to me. For so long, He let me live that way. He didn't try to change me. He didn't try to break into, what I was trying to do. He knew there was something there that I had to get over or get past before I would come around. And He let me live a life the way other people don't bother me. Other stuff don't bother me. The welfare of other people don't bother me. The The joy, the happiness, the longevity, the sorrow, the good, bad, and different. None of that matter to me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. The hell with somebody else. And the hell with anybody who got time to waste time doing for other people. I really felt that way. You know? God allowed me to live that way. He allowed me to. He could have changed it, but that was my will to do so, and he let me do that on my own free will. Yes, he did. Now, when he changed my perception, it made me change the way I live. And, you know, sometimes I'm angered at the fact that I changed. Sometimes it bothers me, the fact that I've changed, to be so concerned about the livelihood, the well-being, you know, the status, the situation, the mental mindset, the spiritual offset of people, because I want to do something about it. You know, I can't just roll over, go to sleep, and be like, oh, well, he'll be all right, living with Satan. Hells are coming. Dude, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Talk to me for a second. Before I give you that money as a homeless person sitting outside of the store, man, what you got going on? What you own? What you trying to do? For real? This is it for you? You serious? You're not living life as abundantly as God intended, and you really need to find out what it is that he has in store for you. And you can't just rely on people to give you change, leftovers, and scraps, and think, you know, oh, well, I made it till tomorrow. How about right now? How about right now? It's not okay to just see people not doing well. And if you get the opportunity and they're willing to listen, yeah, don't pass up the fact that you got the blessing and you got the privilege of speaking to them. And God will speak through you to them. He'll do it. He'll do it. If you really want to pull your load and you really want to do your part, that might be how God intends for you to do it. By simply saying what it is that you're blessed to have in your own life. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what I'm saying. You better know what I'm saying. I'm telling you. You know? But that ain't everybody's calling, and I'm not saying it is, so don't get me wrong, I'm just saying. But hell yeah, now, I mean, somebody got shot, somebody got hurt, somebody got, you know, an accident at work, somebody had a misfortune at their home or whatever. But, you know, now, it seems like, you know, it doesn't keep me from functioning, but I do feel a little bit of, I feel required to at least give a little prayer on behalf of that person. You know, I don't know them, they don't know me, but I've heard word of it, and it seems like an unfortunate incident, and I take it to somebody who I know could have some say-so in the result, in the ultimate result of that situation. I give it to God, and I just say a little something on their behalf. You know, I ain't got to let them know, hey man, I said a prayer for you. I ain't got to let you know nothing. Just so you know. Just so you know. God's not giving up on you, and you don't have to deal with everything on your own. You know? And what I was saying yesterday when I was talking about how people, you know, just try to repeat and say and use words that make it seem like they have some spiritual reckoning, but really they're just saying the words and just, you know, false flagging and pretending. Man, look here. You might well go on with that, man. You better find out what really makes you as close to God as you think and feel you are. You better know it. You better be living it. For real talk. Hey, brother, how you doing? Oh, man, I'm blessed, man. Covered by the Lamb of God. Boy, I tell you, boy, everything's just beautiful. God really got me in that, you know, and I'm have mercy and praising and dancing. And I'm like, I'm going to leave, and I won't come back this way tomorrow. I'll go another way. Because you ain't got to sell me on God. God has got what it takes to sell itself. The word sells itself if you really desire to have that type of joy in your life. And maybe you really are. Maybe you are still getting over how overwhelmingly beautiful it is to have God in your life.